What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content and all of my videos. Now, I got some breaking news, and it's really not no surprise. We knew that Amari Cooper was going to go somewhere, but it was just a matter of where. As Amari Cooper, wideout, the main wide receiver from the Cowboys, has been traded to the Cleveland Browns. Okay, uh, this is according to Josina Anderson, and Adam Schefter confirms that the Browns are trading a 2022 fifth round pick and a sixth round pick for Amari Cooper and a sixth round pick. Uh, Again, the Cowboys have been shopping for him. Now, a couple of days ago, I had told people that I felt like the best fit for him would have been with the Raiders. That was just my personal opinion. So that way, Lamar Jackson could have somebody to get the ball to, and they just needed more depth in their receiving. Uh, Trading Cooper will result in a $16 million cap of savings for the Cowboys, and it'll create $6 million of dead money for the 22 season. Now, Amari Cooper is 27. Uh, he's a he was a former fourth overall pick on the Raiders in 2015, and what's big too, a lot of people probably don't even realize is that Amari Cooper was on the final year of his 22.7 million contract, and he also had a fifth year option, which cost Dallas 13, I think somewhere 13 million, around $13 million, close to $14 million for 2019. And I think that that's one of the main reasons. A lot of people think that it was his play in the Super Bowl and everything like that. But hey, what's up with it, True the King? I see you in the building, man. Long time no see, bro. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie True the King TV. Now, I Jerry Jones was already disgusted with Amari Cooper's play, which I felt like was unfair to him. And if I'm Amari Cooper, I'm getting the hell up out of Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him to leave, but if he's not wanted there, go ahead, let him go. And then on top of that, you got reports of AB talking about he wants to play for the Cowboys. And then they seem like they want to, stick with CD Lamb. You know, it's just a lot of speculation that is involved. Now, this is going to make the Browns very better. Now, there's a key thing in this. This is if Baker Mayfield can step up, and I see you in here too, True the Viking Queen, True Viking Queen. This is going to make the Browns even more powerful in terms of their receiving core. They already got Jarvis Landry, who was somewhat hurt, last year, and then you add a guy like Coop, and provided that Coop stays healthy, oh yeah, he just made them a threat, especially in that division. Now, Baker Mayfield has to step up, and he has to get better with his downfield accuracy. That's one of the knocks on Baker Mayfield. And believe it or not, I like Baker Mayfield. However, it was seeming that Odell Beckham Jr. might have not been the problem in the first place, because he went over there, and as I've told people before, he went over to the LA Rams and ended up getting his ring. And as some people would call it, he was a model citizen when he came out there. Didn't have any trouble out of him. McVay loved him. Uh, Matt Stafford loved him. You know, Cooper Cup. Everybody loved them. They loved Odell Beckham. But then you got people criticizing Baker Mayfield and the stuff that he does, and you know, and at first it seemed like Odell Beckham was a problem child. You know, you said Jerry Jones don't have that many years, that he probably end up getting Antonio Brown. He might want to go out with a bang. Well, getting rid of Coop was, that would have made it much better. You know, look, I like Antonio Brown, and if you're the Cowboys, yeah, go ahead and get Antonio Brown, but you're getting a headache. You're getting a guy that might cause riffraff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, was I on the side about the Tampa Bay situation? Yeah, I was on the side, but it's the way of going to that. And then on top of that, he's proven time and time again, once he gets his money, then he acts a fool some type of way. Sort of like what James Harden be doing. You know, the guy is talented, no doubt. He got a ring under his resume and everything like that. But, at the same token, I mean, we have to call it for what it is. Every place that you're going, it's proven that you're starting to be a cancer. Listen, Amari Cooper, man, to me, he's one of the top receivers in this game. Now, did he get under a thousand yards this year? Yes, he got under 1,000 yards, but that was because of the injury. And but he still was able to get more touchdowns than a guy like CeeDee Lamb. Oh, you're not worried about him? Well, you need to be worried about him. You need to be worried about him. You need to be worried about him because I mean he will instantly break down the defense, and you're gonna have to listen, man. You got you could just do single coverage on a guy like Amari Cooper, Mike. Got to be worried about him. Yeah, you say that now. You say that now. You saying that because you're not used to playing him on a regular. Oh, please. You better be worried about Amari Cooper. Shoot, man. And the Steelers defense and all that other stuff, you think they're gonna be able to keep up with a guy like him? No, absolutely not. He's gonna break his defense down anyway. Y'all defense wasn't that solid even with I think you with the Ravens. The Ravens defense was somewhat decent or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had an okay defense, but um, it it still can be exposed by a guy like Amari Cooper. Oh, you said you just playing? Yeah. See, now you just playing. See, now you just playing. Shoot, man, Amari Cooper. But see, Mike, you the same nigga that wanted Amari Cooper over there, huh? You wanted Amari Cooper over there. Don't even lie. Everybody wanted Amari Cooper, just like everybody wanted Deshaun Watson. Shoot, man. I'll take them all in a heartbeat. And that's the thing. Everybody wants these guys that are out right now. You said good luck to Cooper with Baker Mayfield. Well, look, I don't like to be negative about the situation, Scrub Zero. I don't like to be negative about the situation. I'm gonna tell you like this, all right? I'm gonna tell you like this. If Baker Mayfield works on his downfield accuracy, because you got to think about it, man. Baker Mayfield had the shoulder injury. He had his rotator cuff, and he played through that. That's why I give Baker Mayfield his props. I know you don't like him, Scrub. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't like this person. You don't like that person. You don't like this. You don't like You got to be able to look beyond that. You know what I'm saying? And see how they can improve and see them be resilient. That's the problem. I don't like this dude. I don't like that dude. I don't like. Man, look, I want to see his progression because maybe he'll be able to evolve and maybe be able to close this chapter being better and be able to prove some of y'all wrong. It's just like with Deshaun Watson. Or, well, you know what? I don't like him because of the 22 sexual allegations and all this other stuff. Now everybody like, oh yeah, well, I want Deshaun Watson. I want him there. Motherfucker, you weren't there in the beginning. So don't jump on the train now. Just because somebody have a bad season or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you consistently having bad seasons, always messing up, can't never get it done when you're supposed to, then, okay, then we having a different argument. What's up with it, Scrubs? We're jumping right into it, man. What you think of this move?
I think that I'm actually surprised. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't because the Browns wasn't even on my mind as far as getting getting the wideout, particularly this wideout. But on paper, it's a good move. It should help Baker Mayfield because he's a different type of receiver than Jarvis Landry. He's more that he's another is. I mean, he can still route run, but like Cooper's more of an outside guy as opposed to Jarvis Landry, so that should help out. My concern is Baker Mayfield though. Can he be trusted? You like you said, you don't want to be negative. I just call what I see. What I've seen from Baker Mayfield is a guy who can do well, but he has a propensity to shoot himself in the foot at inopportune times.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where and I just hope he can find some chemistry with Cooper as opposed to what happened with Odell Beckham.
And see, okay, that's the knock on him. I can understand. I can understand what I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that to a certain extent. Uh, but I still believe in Baker Mayfield, regardless of what some people want to say. The one thing that you can't even deny about Baker Mayfield is his heart. He still stepped in and he was able to play through injury. So
It's funny you say
Cam
that
Newton,
because I actually I
but
like I was about to type in the chat like to
that's
keep me in the heart. That I'm like, wait a minute, no, I can't say that about Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield do got heart.
they like, oh well, Baker Mayfield did what he did. All that other stuff. Look, okay, when he first came into the league, you know what his QBR was?
Nah.
Oh, it was 93.7. Compared to some guys, man, to be in the 70s and 60s and all that other stuff. Okay, you know what his QBR was his third year in 2020, best year now.
Well, like 100 something.
No, it was 95.9, but he threw for 3,500 yards,
Ain't
right?
bad.
Okay. And he had and what people don't talk about, he had a 26 to 8 INT. You know what I'm saying? But he trash. He can't do this. He ain't got no downfield accuracy and all the other shit. Look, last year he played horrible. Okay, 83 QBR, 17 to 13. That's that's not good at all. In 2019, he got heavily criticized because of the TD and INT. Look, I get all of that, but you throw in a guy like you said with Jarvis Landry, with the Amari Cooper, who's proven right. Amari Cooper has, with the exception of this year, is always, always guaranteed 4,000 or better.
No, you're right. You know what the biggest thing for Baker Mayfield is?
Man, give me that New
No,
York.
no. I'm seriously. The biggest thing for Baker Mayfield is that he needs the running game. You saw what like you said with his 30-year numbers, but what were they doing in his 30 year? They were running the ball.
Right.
Last year, for whatever reason, they got away from running the ball, and you saw how that affected their team.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because Baker, like, and we talked about this before. We ain't got a bunch of quarterbacks that you really want throwing 40, 50 times. Baker Mayfield, I'm trying to keep him to 30 or less because I got the running backs, and I know after a certain point, the more Baker passes, the worse we end up doing, and it shows in the record. So this will help them make no mistake. But they need to get back to running the ball. They got backs. They got a good offensive line. Lean on that. Then you could use the passing game. You got play action. You got mismatches. You'll see when you get the single safety high. Hey, throw the ball then, but utilize your resources. Don't just say, "All right, we got Amari Cooper, and now we just going to turn into air raid."
Ooh. Well, I mean, it's a possibility because what did you say? What did you guys like Young, even Blue? What did all y'all say? Oh yeah, because of a good defense and running game. Look, that's the key. They got a defense now. They building up their offense, like you said. They got to get that running game together. Man, the Browns could be a threat. Like I said, Amari Cooper, 1,000 when he came in, 1,000 second, and as well as the third. Well, not that, not that third season because I think he had injury or whatever. But then that third season, 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Then came in. Then came in. Fourth season had he had 1,100 yards. Then that fifth season in 2020, he had 11 yards or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This year, he was hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He had the ankle injury, but he still was able to get. He was still good for 8 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. You can depend on this guy in the red zone. You can depend on this guy in the red zone. You got the number one grinder up in here, man. Amari Cooper to the Browns. How you feel about it, brother? I know you wanted him on the Giants, but
Yeah, so I mean, I think that's a good pickup by the Browns, man. And I'm gonna tell you, and Amari Cooper, I'm glad he happy out with. I'm happy he's out of the Cowboys.
I'm amazed that the Cowboys got so little for Cooper though. Only a fifth and a sixth. I thought they'd get at least the 3.
And I think the Cowboys made a mistake too. They made a big mistake.
Well, there was talk about them moving off of Cooper because I think his cap number would or something with his salary this season had he gotten past after March 21st would have been fully guaranteed or something such, and they didn't want to be stuck with that. So I'm not surprised they moved off him. The worst case, they probably would have released him, but I thought they could have gotten more than what they did.
Jack, you talking about the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Well, shoot, yeah, they won. I mean, the Browns, they clearly won. Man, look, we talk about 27-year-old, still young, and on top of that, they got 56. Jerry Jones stupid. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: he's stupid because you want to get most likely bring AB over there, which it'll be a decent move. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know. It's a risk reward thing as Scrubs with these success. It's a risk reward thing because you don't know what kind of firecracker he might bring. You know what I'm saying? Okay, CD Lamb, you got him, but CD Lamb has led in drops before, and you making him that main guy. That's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to make CD Lamb, and I don't think that he's fit to be that main guy anymore. Even though he had more yardage than Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper still had more touchdowns, and we know he would have got that 1,000 yards if he had been there without that ankle.
What? Jerry Jones said, I hope someone in that building, someone with a better judgment says, yo, to heck with Antonio Brown. Because that don't make no sense to me. Now, they also have a free agent to be in Michael Gallup.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going to try to sign him back or are you going to let him go? If you do let him go, you're gonna have to get someone else. Most likely a free agent, which in that case would definitely open the door for Antonio Brown. And you'll still need to get someone in the draft because you talk about having 3+ guys who could get you 1,000 yards in any given season, and then you get down back to 1.
Yeah, you still got Wilson.
I like Wilson, but Wilson's more like I like him more as at best a number 3, but more that fourth guy, that guy who can come in when someone's injured or if you need you need to spell someone. I wouldn't want him as my number 2 though.
You want Gallup as your number 2.
I think it would make more sense for the Cowboys to keep Gallup now that they got rid of Coop.
What you think, Ron? Do you think Lamb the number 1, Gallup the number 2, and Wilson number 3?
Perhaps, I guess.
Because the way I'm looking at it, like, or if Brown come in, he gonna be that number 1.
They'll probably try to force feed him into being the number 1.
This gonna be crazy, and I'm glad he out of there. I'm glad what's his name is out of there, Amari Cooper, because people don't realize how humble this guy is, man. don't talk no trash. He ain't got no ego. You know what I'm saying? He humble spirited guy and works hard. Sort of like Marvin Harrison, with the exception, you know what I'm saying? He got in trouble off the field. Them quiet ones you gotta watch out for. But anyway, that's a whole nother stuff.
But
Look,
I still have that one concern about Amari Cooper. He be disappearing at times too, and he still has. I know how much you love him, but we have seen him disappear.
right. He don't drop balls like CeeDee Lamb do.
Nah, he just stay on his game, just stay on the whole sideline.
In crucial moments.
In crucial moments you throw him the ball, he'll get it to you, but I always that's why I can't fully get behind Amari Cooper, because he disappears. He'll go out for like he'll be out for like, not injury, but like his production, his impact, like 2-3 games, nowhere to be found. That's not good.
Yeah, well, look, I think it's gonna work out. Now to say that what their trajectory is gonna be, because it still got the guys in that division to worry about. And at one time, that was actually the toughest division that division to play. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were fearful of playing in that division.
And then the injuries took place, and Cincinnati took advantage, and everyone else fell into the depths of oblivion.
Look at that. See, you see what I'm saying? Look, you just don't want to give it. Look,
I just tell you how it is.
See, look, why we gotta throw that in there? Look, can we give?
Because Lamar Jackson and the Ravens should have won that division, but he got injured, and so that didn't happen.
Look, we know they got injured. You know what I'm saying? We know Lamar Jackson got injured. You know what I'm saying? But the Steelers was fine. They just.
Yeah, the Steelers were fine. They just had a quarterback that needed to retire a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they still need to fix that O-line. It's good.
Joe Burrow, done been there. He done been there. Jamar Chase, he done been there. Now, to me, the best receivers in that division is, and look, I gotta put Jamar Chase, as much as I love Amari Cooper, Jamar Chase is that guy right now. Jamar Chase the best receiver in the league. I know you're gonna say Cooper Kupp, but look.
I not off of 1 year, man.
Who better for?
It's only because it's 1 year. That's why I'm holding off on that. He was amazing, but I'm a hold off on saying he's the best in the league.
I like Cooper Kupp though, man. Cooper Kupp, man. He got the MVP. He got the hardware. You know what I'm saying? He got the hardware. He got the Lombardi, and he got the MVP. You know what I'm saying? So, man, right now when you talk about accolades, but see, you got to go with Jamar Chase because he got the record and he did something that nobody else been able to do. You know what I'm saying? Which is get that 645. That's huge. I mean, Moss ain't do it. T.O. ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Marvin Harrison ain't do it. Isaac Bruce ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Rice ain't do it. Jamar Chase, he done it.
That's why I want to see. He ain't got to do necessarily that again, but I want to see another season because, and I don't think he'll fall off. But we've seen guys have one great year, and then for whatever reason they can't. It's
the sophomore slump. Mm-hmm. I agree.
And also we see some players that start off slow and they come on throughout their career too.
Best example of that is Delaney Walker. Ain't no one thought like he wasn't he ain't no Hall of Famer, but like you talk about a guy who didn't really do much early on, but as his career got later, when he got to tennis, you saw like, oh damn, why the heck weren't we utilizing this guy before?
Right. Now and look, now the big watch right now, y'all, is Deshaun Watson. That's the only one I'm waiting on. That's shit. And I wanted Amari to link up with Deshaun. Ain't that crazy? I wanted them two to link up. I'm just being honest with you. Either him or Lamar Jackson. I think that would have been a good combination on both ends.
If Cooper had went to the Ravens, that really would have helped. That would have helped Lamar Jackson so much because now you got that possession receiver. He's a good route runner, and then you'll have someone beyond just Mark Andrews. Because listen, I don't even want to talk about that Hollywood Brown fellow. I'm tired of him. I can't trust him. Mm-hmm. Don't everyone talk at once about that now.
Yeah.
What, 4 days to free agency?
Yeah.
And the legal tampering period starts, I think Monday? It'll be interesting to see how this all turns out.
What's up with it, B More? Yeah, and but and they got to be real careful because that's interesting about the Deshaun Watson situation. Look, I got my money that he's going to Seattle. I already know they're looking at this move right now. They're looking at this move. They're like, okay, we're not gonna put him in no AFC. I bet you. Or no. I'm like, they'll probably do anything that they can to put. I'm sorry, let me reword that. They'll probably do everything that they can. They're looking at this move right now, and they're like, okay, Russell Wilson done went to the AFC. So it's like, let's send them over there, or let's try to talk and negotiate with somebody instead of giving him a great future. Somebody, I feel like that'll be some foul shit that they'll try to do. And look, I'm gonna be real with you. If I'm Deshaun Watson, I'm getting my money. Deshaun Watson can sue for like about 5 things, Scrub and JT. He could sue for defamation of character, assassination of character. He could sue for wrongfully accusing him. Because you tarnish the guy's reputation. Whether you want to believe it or not, he still got to go out in public. And some of them white folks, some of them people. Oh, is that the guy Deshaun Watson that had 22 hours?
That's why, because he wasn't indicted, right?
He wasn't.
Charges were dropped, but still,
it was dropped.
The criminal charges, at least, they still got
So this is what I'm saying of Houston front office. That Edgar B motherfucker, they need to get out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, man, listen. Man, I'm not gonna get technical with the shit, Scrub. No, they drop. Look, he ain't do none of that stuff.
Oh no, I agree. I'm just listen. I ain't never believe he did anything anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm just being cautious because the NFL is petty, and if they feel that someone's getting over on them, they will find a way to get back at them. So,
and Grinder probably feel the same way. I understand. Listen, but that's why I'm saying, okay, Grinder and Scrub, I beat their ass to the punch. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm a double lawyer up on your ass. I'm gonna play chess with you. I'm gonna make sure that nothing happens to me on the back end because then you also messed up. I forget what it's called. You set him back from doing something in his career a year, which involves at the quarterback position or running back position. You're talking about your twitch muscle memory, stuff like that. Like you lost a year in a professional level. So if this guy does not perform the same coming into the very next year, guess what? There's going to be scrutiny on him. They're going to be like, oh man, he ain't the same. The media is going to point in, especially if you go to a big market or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, and they're going to put a whole bunch of expectations on him, which is unfair to him. Then they're going to bring up all this stuff again. I already know how it's going to be.
Of course.
My only concern is that the Browns might use him right because I'm not a believer in Mayfield. Yeah, you sound like Scrub. You sound like Scrub.
Run the dang on ball. You'll help everyone out.
Oh man.
But I'm trying to I just don't see Seattle though.
Why not?
I don't after what Seattle got to trade Russell Wilson, and considering where they were without the first round draft pick, I think they they released Bobby Wagner. I think they're going full rebuild. So that's why I don't see Deshaun Watson going to Seattle. Not this season.
Listen, let me make it make sense.
Okay.
It's a perfect situation because this guy, he's got breathing room. That whole era of Russell Wilson, the Legion of Boom model, you see that the guy was with the cornerback, they got rid of him. That Legion of Boom era has been done with, and the Russell Wilson, they are moving on. They got it. They got him, his situation on the foot, and he hadn't been happy with Scrub and Grinder for about 3 years. Him and Pete Carroll haven't been on the same page, man, for about 3 years. Oh, that's a good point. I told Scrub this. I told Jacob Jennings this too. Yes, Zeke, or at least because his knees are shot. He didn't perform well. We signed Cooper and Pollard. Yeah, exactly.
They got rid of Zeke?
No, they didn't. Now, quite honestly, they're in the same spot they were last season because they had a decision to make on him before, like a few days after free agency, and they didn't release him. So his contract for I think this year's guaranteed, and I think they're in the same spot again where if they keep him this year, some nonsense. But I think they're at the point they should just cut their losses, release Zeke, move on. Get yourself another back because listen, if Zeke was only making like $6-7 million, I'd say all right, just get yourself one more back and use a 3-back set.
Right.
He's making too much and not enough production.
$90 million.
A $90 million contract, and he has not produced anywhere close to that expectation. So,
Grinder, you okay? How do you feel about Zeke? Because you sounded like kind of surprised. You still Zeke got somewhat left in the tank, or you think he's done?
I don't know. I think he's but Zeke had about 3 or 4 years, right, to get it done, right? I mean, he do get his yards, but I'm just saying that Dallas never really fixed their offensive line.
But he still performed. Pollard did better than him this season. Am I lying, Scrub?
No, he did. Like, listen,
he's been the better back for like the last two years. Now, look, I know he done had his issues, but the best ability is reliability. One of the best abilities is reliability. I know I keep talking about durability and availability, but it's also reliability, and the reliability factor came upon Pollard, JT.
Okay.
I'm just saying, in my opinion, if you go look at the numbers and you look at the eye test, Pollard was clearly the more productive receiver.
Yeah.
Like
And if
how
you, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
no, what I was gonna say is how they were utilizing the backs too wasn't as effective as they could have been. Because they picked up Corey Clement late in the year. It's like, all right, you got 3 backs. You
Mm-hmm.
know Zeke ain't giving you what he used to, but you can still give him a few carries. You got Pollard; he doesn't have to take all the load, and then whatever. So, all right, you get Pollard's going to be the number 1. You have Zeke do like the short yardage stuff or the spell stuff, and then all right, you still need a few snaps. You got Clement. Now you make yourself more viable, but Kellen Moore refuses to run the dang on ball. He runs that BS run and shoot the Jason Garrett type offense. He runs Jason Garrett's offense with a run and shoot mentality. That air raid mentality. It doesn't work. When you have the players to run the ball, and you see your quarterback struggling with when you got him dropping back 30, 40 times. Damn it, run the dang on ball. It is not rocket science.
You said Denver has a solid defense, good receivers, so it was good for Wilson to move on. Metcalf talented head case. Okay, let's tackle that real quick. Not look. Uh, yeah, it might be all right, somewhat all right for Denver, but John Elway is a dumbass, man. And look, I would have waited because look, I like Russell Wilson, but let's just call it what it is. He has been playing hurt. Now, to your point, Russell Wilson, if you're looking at history, he has one of the best touchdown to interception ratio. You know what I'm saying? And I know me and Scroden got into this a while back about him, his mobility and his clutch factor, things like that. But listen, I always saw him as a third to fourth quarter quarterback always because he'll start off, he'll play like shit the first 1 to 3 quarters, right? And then coming in the fourth quarter, he was always counted upon. That's one of the things I liked about Russell Wilson. However, man, Seattle, my last point, Seattle won that motherfucking trade because you got 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and you got 3 out of the deal. That's like a Philly Brooklyn deal, like where Brooklyn won the trade. You have a future, and on top of that, man, you got a quarterback position that's up in arms right now. Shit, and you got Deshaun Watson possibly on the market.
They were able to get Noah Fant. Now, how much? And that all sounds good for getting Deshaun Watson, but how much of that are you gonna have to give up? Because you remember, as great as Watson this is the interesting thing. How much do the Texans want? How much does another team value Watson? Are you going to give up roughly the same amount as you did for Wilson? Like, is the team willing to, would Seattle be willing to give that up to get him? Not only that, remember, Watson also has the no trade clause. And the one thing that I know I've lamented about Seattle, the situation in Seattle, is that offensive line. That offensive line is awful. They've been awful for years. Do you think that if there are multiple options, if it's not just one, if there's multiple options, does Deshaun Watson go to Seattle if he could have his pick? I don't think so. I like Lockett. I like the fact they got no fan, but how much you end up having to give up, and how do you fix the offensive line? So this is why I just don't see Seattle getting in the mix. They still got too many issues.
Yeah.
And they still got to retool that defense as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. We just want to.
Oh, go ahead, JC.
I don't know. Just see what's going on. Certain trades I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like, I mean, what do you think? You think Dodge should keep Zeke?
I think the Cowboys really should move on. It's not getting any better. I think Zeke is at best what he showed last year, which is a complimentary back who depending on the game he might be able to get you 15 carries a game, but I wouldn't be every game through a whole season. So
I'd move
on.
Now I said hello, True Viking. Yeah, but yeah, and and I was thinking about Dallas did fix their offensive line for the last few years, right?
They're getting long in the tooth. They're trying to. They've done things to. They're trying to replace some of those older guys. So it's not like they're not trying. It's just they still got a lot of veterans that make a lot of money. They still got the two key guys in Zach Martin and Tyron Smith, but they're getting long in the tooth and they've had their injury history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Now some people talk about the Knicks and say, "Yeah, man, we can still make the playoffs." Okay, come on, stop saying these so-called Knicks experts. Come on, y'all need to stop, man. But then one of them start their live. Tiz for president. Y'all gotta cut this out, man. Y'all really pissed me off. Y'all gonna make me come after y'all. I'm trying to be nice. They still haven't bringing up the ball. Get out of here. And then I don't know how teams are so stupid. I would have pressed him. Yo, when he bring up the ball, I want to see turnovers. Every chance you get.
Right.
Make him. Don't let him pass the half court. Don't.
Louis Sachs, what's your what are our thoughts on the Khalil Mack trade? It's not a bad move. It's not a bad move, but I can't really I'm not leaning either way towards it right now. It's more I'd rather wait to see what else they do in free agency.
Yeah.
It was apparently people in Chicago knew Mac was moving on. At least if you were paying attention, he sold his house before, he sold his house already and all that before the trade went down.
Right after he had the surgery.
Yep.
That's facts. Bro. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted that in Tampa. I'm just being honest with you. That would have been a cold combination with the addition to Sue and Pierre Paul. Shit.
But what would you have to give up at that? Like, what could Tampa? That would it be a good move? Sure, but Tampa would have had to give up something.
Yeah, shoot. I mean, we're moving on from the Brady era, so I mean, and I know we still got him technically if he wants to come back. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tampa, there was talks a few weeks ago about what's his name? Jameis Winston coming back. I forget if we
To
talked
New
about that.
Orleans?
Hmm?
To New Orleans?
No, coming back to Tampa Bay.
I mean, Tampa Bay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like there was talk about that. I'm like, I forgot if we ended up talking about that. Because I remember hearing that. I'm like, that's crazy. Why the heck would Tampa want him back?
I mean, there's been some rumors circulating about that. Matter of fact, that they've been talking about this for about 2 months, Scrub, because he's gonna be he's a top free agent coming up. You know what I'm saying? So, um, you know, it's highly possible. You know what I'm saying? And the way that he's playing right now, but I wouldn't want because I like Jameis Winston. I wouldn't want him to play. I'm,
I don't want to.
I would like him to go to Steelers or somewhere like that. Even Carolina. Well, nah, because they might do him like they did Cam. I think about. I would want him to be in a good situation. Sean Payton, I know he gets a bad rap, but guess what? He brought the best out of Winston. He brought the best out of him. He's had arguably the best season as a pro.
You know where
no.
Seattle.
Oh my God, no.
No. Because
man, you know who needs to be in Seattle, man. I don't know.
And it ain't Deshaun Watson. That where the Seahawks are.
Come on, come on, bro. I mean,
listen, the Seahawks gotta fix their defense. They gotta fix the O line.
but they have. They could listen. I would rather Deshaun Watson. It's a fresh start, scrub, instead of him coming into, like him staying in a place that is turmoil.
Oh no, I still want to move on from Texans. I don't want him to stay there, but I don't think Seattle.
And then
is the
he
best
goes to a place like the Giants.
Oh, we know the Giants ain't happening. At least I know the Giants ain't happening.
And I sure as hell don't want him to be no backup. Like Brian, you know what I'm saying? And Scrub, would you really want Deshaun Watson to be a backup? I'm like, hell no.
He can't be a backup at that price. There's no way that any team can afford that. See, I would say Carolina, except I don't trust Matt Arhul. Dude can't even spell his own name right.
You said Lewis Sports Network. You said no, not there. You said Winston can't go there. He could go back. I mean, that's his old stomping ground. On top of that, he played in Florida. I will play under Bruce Arians. A lot of people think I like Bruce Arians. I'm not a fan of him.
Bruce Arians had man throw 30 TDs and 30 picks. Nah, we good on that. We ain't trying to make Winston look worse than what Bruce Arians gonna make him look worse than what he did before. I'm good.
Yeah. Man, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? The bigger question is, okay, how can he make it work while he's there in New Orleans? Look, you done moved on from Drew Brees. That era is over and everything. Okay, the quarterback that came in, he played somewhat decent. It was a little learning curve there and everything, but at the same token, it wasn't Winston. Winston had them really in somewhat of a decent position in that division. You know what I'm saying? And was playing lights out. You said I would love watching on my Giants. big upgrade. I told you, Scrub,
No, it's not. No, watching to the Giants makes sense as far as the upgrade. We'd all like that, but it's the owner is why that move would never happen. So I don't even think about that no more. I'm just like F the Giants at this point.
Brother Polo, what brother was saying, when you white, you're right. That's what he's saying.
Especially in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They want to protect the shield, man.
And they shielded.
Hey, let me tell you, there's never going to be a black quarterback in the Giants.
Well, there was one time.
There was one, but that was on the humble though. They didn't really want to start it.
They didn't. And we, like I said, we saw how well that worked out. It didn't, because the Giants don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, all right.
Yeah, shooting themselves in the foot.
But you know what? Let me say this though. When they start Geno Smith, they set him up to fail.
Of course. Why that? Like, all right, they wanted to start moving on from Eli Manning. So they put in Geno Smith. Then it all turned against them. First of all, I get wanting to start, but then y'all talk about wanting to win games and all this other stuff. Why the heck did you choose the week against the dang on Raiders, who Eli had great success against in his career?
Right.
Eli has owned the Raiders. Why the heck would you pull him for that game?
Yeah, man. New York still got to clean. They got to both organizations, with the exception of the Rangers and maybe the Yankees and the Mets. The Giants and the Knicks got to clean house, man.
The Mets been trying to clean house they've been cleaning house over and over and over again. I just hope this time it starts turning around. The Yankees just need to find a way to actually get proper baseball players and not just a bunch of home run hitters. You would know more about the Rangers than I would, Polo, so I'm going to leave that to you. The rest of New York teams just need to get their heads out their own backsides and learn how to play their own sports. Brooklyn's figured that out for the most part. I'm wondering about the rest of them.
Well, I think, honestly, being that they finally came to a deal in baseball now that we go ahead and play ball, I think that's going to be a key thing for a lot of the organizations at baseball. Because, okay, looking at it in hindsight, I think that the NFL and the NBA is paying attention to this. I'm going to be real with you. Guys are looking at the NBA right now, and Adam Silver, after this year, I want y'all to pay attention to what happened in terms of the CBA, because it's going to be a huge thing. These owners are going to come together, man, and they're going to be like, look, we're tired of this shit. We don't want to go down the road of the NFL. We don't want to go down the road of the NBA or anything. We want to keep the brand and keep our product straight. And I think that was huge for the MLB getting everything straight, because come on, we didn't want them another strike. Not for
honestly, baseball can't afford it. They really can't. Like, where the game is going, they can't afford another strike. They trying to do everything they can to keep get fan interest back. I mean, I know they still making a lot of money, but like compared to where it was back in the 90s, baseball.
Well, we took a big hit in the market. Not so much, I would say, not so much baseball, but the NFL and the NBA, they took a big hit economic wise.
Right.
Especially with the COVID And now we're starting to take another hit, which people don't believe. I mean, look, we already talked about this scrub and grinded the gas. The gas is going up and everything, and then on top of that, we also got to look at us giving the Ukraine and helping them out and everything, funding. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, Biden has already he's welcoming in Ukraine refugees. You don't think that costs money because they gotta they gotta pay for tests and all, because these people got to get tested before they enter in the U.S. and all this other stuff. So that's more money and stuff like that. I'm not trying to go down that road, but it ties into what I'm saying. People don't want to lose no more money. The NBA lost a lot of money from the bubble year.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lost more money because they having to pull in guys from G League and stuff like that, signing guys to contract and stuff like that. You think they want that type of product out on the floor? No disrespect to my guys that's out there working back, you know, like the Isaiah Thomas who recently got signed, like the Lance Stevenson who got signed, other guys from the G League that got signed, Stanley Johnson and them, all them. But, you know, at the same token, they want the superior product on that floor playing. But when you got guys that can't take care of their body like AD, that crying about hamstrings, but you got the talent, but you want to get records and get paid like the Harden, it makes the NBA look bad.
Yeah. Like you said, this CBA is going to be very interesting because the owners they've been giving and giving and giving for quite a bit, but with how it's going, they're going to be like, all right, now we're going to start taking. Now it's the players' turn to give.
But the owner's been taking for a long time.
No, of course, but because of how the players have the certain areas of where the players started exploiting things, like with the trades and whatnot, because what it was supposed, at least from the eyes of the owners, all right, free agency, that's for the players, the trades, that's for the owners. Except now it looks like the trade and the free agency is for the players, what the owners got left. They ain't gonna sit for that. So that alone is going to change. Now, whether that means they're going to have it's going to be another lockout or whatever, that's a different story. But it's going to be very interesting this offseason.
Yeah.
The NFL ain't got to worry about that because they signed a 10-year CBA agreement, which is still boggles my mind. Why the heck would you sign 10 years? All right, DeMar Smith. I can't.
Don't get that.
I'm not even gonna go down that road because I'll lose my mind. I'm tired. I just think he need to go. I think they need a new president, but that's a discussion for a different time.
You said baseball declining in interest. There's a lot of people that still love baseball, but
it's a lot of the hardcore fans. It's more regional. So like if you got your hardcore fans, they still got their interest, but casual interest is gone.
Do you agree with that, Grinder? Because I know you like baseball, man. You agree with that?
What? I didn't hear the last one.
Well, he made a comment. Louis Sport Network said that baseball is declining in interest.
It's been declining for a long time, and part of declining, they want to bring up Spanish players, and they're not investing up African American players. The late great Hank Aaron was talking about it. And then they also, you know, then they offer them all this money for like like 15 years for $300 million. But at the same time, they don't want to build no stadiums or nothing. You know, it's hurt.
And then you look at what the game's become. It's become strikeouts and home runs.
Yeah,
It's practically what it is.
There's no
You got very few
fundamentals.
teams that play old school baseball, like the hit and run and stealing
There's
bases.
no hit and run. There's no biting no more. There's no
man.
strategy of pitching. You know what I'm saying? There's no there's no hardly no sacrifice. Because
Right.
you got to understand, the one of the sponsors, they want runs, they want offense. All the sports became like that for the last 20 years.
But with baseball, it's different because like it's worse with baseball because you do want to favor the offense, but they've only favored the home run hitting. They haven't favored the other because they allowed the shifts now, and which wouldn't be a problem. But a lot of players don't know how to hit against a shift, which doesn't make any sense. They don't hit to the opposite field.
Yeah, they're not those smart fundamental hitting no more. They don't go up the middle. You know
Exactly. It's an analytical game now. They're so analytic heavy.
Yeah, analytics killed the game. It does. People can say all they want to. Analytics killed the game.
Because now you got all these you trying to match up against hitters and all this. They're trying to make rules to combat that, like lefty, right. It's getting so ridiculous. As opposed to, hey, no, we got this pitcher. He knows how the hell to pitch. He can get out lefties and righties. Oh, we got this hitter. He can do whatever. He knows how to hit all over the field. He can bunt. He can sacrifice. All right, you know you're going to have some guys that are more suited for power hitting, like the home runs and whatnot. But they still have a basic understanding. All right, no, I gotta punch this out to a right-handed hitter. All right, I gotta punch this out to right field. I can't be pulling this. Oh, like really? You want to play your shift against me? I'm gonna punch this ball, or I'm gonna just hit through the damn gap. It's ridiculous, man. God. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it used to be.
There's no play of baseball. How you squeeze a run in, bring the infield in, and then you can slap over the field. When I'm saying there's no more manufactured run. There's no strategic goals in it. I miss that.
I say yes and no to that. What it is that it's too much. They overthink things. Listen. Yeah, you gotta have some strategy, but sports is not that complicated. It really isn't. The basic concepts are not complicated. Understand the fundamentals. You can practically do anything. But these analytical guys are guys that couldn't play any dang on sports to save their dang on life. That don't have the appreciation. Oh, all right, no, this is how we got. No, they just fall in love with numbers, and they say, all right, and they made a business off of it. They're getting paid they're getting paid for numbers to overanalyze this damn game. Make it stop.
Instead let the game. Let's play the game. Just play it. And when the analysts came like 20 years ago, somebody said, "Yo, it's gonna be good." No, it's gonna kill the game. Watch. Of all sports, I said, "You watch it." Analytics.
You see what's crazy is that 2015. I got the match when I saw who made the playoffs. I'm like, all right, yeah, I want the Mets to win, but who do I want the Mets to go against? I'm like, do I want them to go against Toronto? If I was just thinking about them winning the championship and of stuff, like, yeah, let them go against Toronto because they'll beat Toronto easy. I wanted them to go against the Kansas City Royals. I'm like, no, this will really if they beat the Royals, that'll actually show me, oh no, these guys are really good. Only issue is that the Royals treated Jerry's like familia, and just knocked him out the game every time he showed up. Along with the manufacturing runs with the hit and run, stolen bases, and all that. But but that's what I wanted to see. I'm like, this is a team that does all those little things. Let's go. That's what it should be. Like, was the following year the Indians and the Cubs, that was entertaining, yeah, but it was a lot of home run hitting. There was some hit and run, but like it was more power hitting than anything else. And I'm like, so like it was entertaining, sure, but that's not what I grew up watching. What I grew up falling in love with.
You're not the only one. Don't leave me out.
Oh, I know. Well, you're if I say this respectfully, you're older than me, so I know how far back you go with it. I'm only 26.
Oh,
but even for me, I can this baseball today is not what made me love baseball.
I'm with you all the way. And then what's so sad about it, you got college players and high school players, I'm talking about of all positions, they figure they gotta knock it out of the park and get played. Look at college, look at college. Everybody, college fundamental. No, it's not. It now become a major league now. You even got pitchers want to be designated hitters. DH want to hit it out. What? You want to hit before you more than you pitch? Nah. Analytics.
Fucking-lytics.
I said, oh my goodness.
Like,
shortstop.
Damn, man.
Shortstop want to come to Major League, average 45 on home runs, smacking like 130, 140 runs.
Like, and that's what that's the frustrating thing. It's like, all right, yeah, you was gonna have some specialists that was like, all right, no, this is what he's here for. He's here to hit home runs. He's here to hit for power. All right, you got one, maybe two guys like that on your team. Everyone, you got a bunch of all-around guys, and then maybe you got one or two guys that's literally just, all right, no, they're going to play small ball to a T. Of course you got your special, but it was more balanced. It was more complete game. But then that's all sports, and it's all going to hell not only because of analytics, but analytics is a big part of it.
It is.
Well, the thing about it is I think analytics is trying to mess it up for the most part. A lot of sports. Like for instance, like with football. I mean, for instance, not so much analytics, but it's like all of the rule changes and stuff like that to a degree. When it came out with concussion, then you really seen it even got less physical, and, stuff like that. And then with the NBA, okay, more so analytics, it was like, okay, they were coming out with stat lines and historic paces that you had never seen before. But like to JT's point, he was like, well, if we're going to talk about stats and numbers and stuff like that, I remember he said it a few nights ago, then, okay, we need to go ahead and we need to reassess what some of these guys were doing, because if they had counted some of those stats that they were doing, then, okay, these guys would have been well above some of those guys. But they automatically credit those guys. Like for instance, they'll make up a stat. They'll be like, yeah, he's done this in such and such amount of games and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, well, they were doing that way back in the day, before the 3-point line and before this was counted and before that was counted. Now, when it comes to baseball, you gotta remember this, my last point. Baseball hit a dead period for a while. Brian didn't know that, and so do you, Scrub, even being as young as you were. It had a dead period for a while, but guess what happened? Oh, they got mad at the guy that brought it back, one of the guys, which was Barry Bonds. They got mad at Mark McGwire. They got mad at Sammy Sosa. They got mad at Roberto Clemente. But
Yeah, I know. She's good. Yeah.
Hey, check it. I believe this, and this is probably gonna fuck some people up, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I believe they forced Jose Canseco right, just so they just so that they could put a stop to all that, and then and also because they had something against uh, Barry Bond, even though they couldn't prove anything. You see all that stuff that was going on and stuff like that. But that was a great time in baseball. Yeah, I know it was home runs, but it was an exciting time because just prior to that, baseball had hit a death period. Nobody was watching it like that. But all of a sudden, it was getting amped up again. You know what I'm saying? Now I was keeping up with a lot of that stuff because I used to be a fan of pitching. Yeah, home runs was all right, but I like the close. I like that motherfucker Mariano Rivera. That's who I like somebody to put motherfuckers lights out. Oh shit, man, I gotta face up against this motherfucker, man. Whether he gonna give me a curveball, whether he gonna I don't know what's gonna come. And he gonna seal the deal. I don't give a fuck who at that mound. That's what I like, and I agree with you. All around baseball, I like all of that. But yeah, it's become one dimensional. You said
Couldn't say it better myself.
I recommend you guys watch if you haven't baseball season. Oh, okay. If you're familiar with the NFL Throwback, it's another great channel.
Copy.
Okay, check it out. He said, oh, "Okay, you got my side. Make it stop."
Hey, check this out, y'all. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. Y'all can
We
hear me?
listening. Yeah, we listening.
I just watched TikTok, right? It was this white lady said the House passed sweeping government funding bill, 13 point something dollars, 13 point million dollars in Ukraine aid.
Yeah, like I told
But,
you,
but we but we suffering here though. I didn't mean to get off the subject. I'm sorry.
Are you
That's
good?
well, we talked. Well, that's what I was just telling you that Biden had let the refugees in, or he's letting a whole bunch of refugees. And look, I feel bad for what's going on in Ukraine and all that, because especially when you talk about the children and stuff like that, it ain't got nothing to do with that. But at the same token, we got business that we got to take care. We got affairs over here that we can't get taken care of our own. Well, ain't that what our parents teach us? I mean, at least my mom, she taught she taught me to take care of your affairs. Now everybody want to apply affairs to you know
Of
your,
course.
your health and funeral and all that. No, man, you're supposed to take care of your overall affairs, your business, your
Right.
responsibilities and obligations as a man or woman. You know what I'm saying? We can't take care of our own affairs, but this is the good old United Snakes, not states, United Snakes of America. And I call it snakes because what the system is designed to do what? I'll let y'all finish that.
Oh, they done nothing that needs to be said. We don't.
And the institution, listen, we're leading right now. African Americans are leading in uh, in the number and amount of black men that are locked up right now. We're leading in that category, right? and they love to talk about that, but they don't want to lean in the amount of black businesses that are being put up. They don't want to lead in the number of graduates that we got graduating, from whatever institution. But you want to talk about another institution that is designed to make us fail. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to digress or nothing. But yeah, grinding man. I knew that they were gonna do that.
I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Quite honestly, I expected it. So
But we don't want to talk about that, man. Look, that's why I tell people. Everybody thinks that for a lot of people are mad because the government is taking away people that look. I don't get on nobody that got disability. All right, I don't get on nobody with disability, but some people claim disability just so that they get that money.
Mm-hmm.
I knew a couple of guys that were doing that. Even it falls in the line with the PPP law, fraud and all that other stuff. Look, and they try to approach me to think that I'm gonna do some illegal stuff like that. I'm like, man, get the hell out my face with that. Like, man, I got a kid, I got a wife. I'm trying to see them leave, man. They come to your job. They're coming there while you having sex. They're coming there while you on the toilet. They're coming, nigga. Nigga, I'm serious, nigga. Them niggas will bum rush you, nigga. They'll bum rush you when you working out, nigga. And you about to, it's your last set, nigga. They're coming there while you hooping, nigga. One of our players got arrested while for having warrants. Man, they came in there in practice and said, "Are you such and such?" Hemmed them up right there. Time to go to jail, and then we had to, of course, try our best to get them out and everything. Man, they don't care. They gonna come and get you.
It's like the middle that they don't care. It's time to pay up. It's time to pay up. If you ain't paying up, they gonna come. They don't care what you doing. You could be making breakfast. They gonna come for you. But that's all the more reason. Why would you put yourself in that situation?
Because they want to listen. Our people aren't smart, Scrub. Our people they don't see the long term. Even just by talking to you and Grinder, I already know just by talking to him, the way what route he goes and everything. But just by talking to you, I could tell, you got your head in the right direction. You like, okay, now I ain't just gonna jump in there and just go ahead and take that PPP loan. I've been offered it, dog. There's been so many people that's been kind of stunting on me and laughing, scrubbing and grinding, being like, oh man, they be pulling up in their car, they got they kids looking good and all this other stuff. and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then next thing you know, you broke a few months later. Now, guess what? Not only is you broke, nigga, your ass about to be in jail because you think that the government, they don't want that money back, or they don't know that you took that money, and they know that you ain't got no motherfucking business at all.
Oh, that's exactly, they waiting for you when you broke. That's right when they come after you. Like when you act like, nah, we ain't gonna come when you got it. They gonna wait for you to shoot yourself in the foot, to leave yourself broke. That's when they gonna come get you.
You ain't got no taxpayer ID. You ain't got no LLC. You ain't got no sole proprietorship. You ain't got none of that. Man, how the hell you gonna be 20? Now, I'm not taking that because there are some 20-year-old entrepreneurs and all that. We know that. But man, nigga, you wouldn't have no business with before the country got shambled. Nigga, you was over there living off your mom. We was also taught to mind our own damn business. Yeah, I was taught to mind my own business and make my own business. You feel me? But
I also learned that Uncle Sam's gonna get his. Mm-hmm. You keep messing around, think ain't nothing gonna happen. Uncle Sam gonna get his.
Right.
One way or another.
I'd rather go ahead and stick with Aunt Mama. You know what I'm saying? So I'll stick with Aunt Mama and Uncle Ben. You know what I'm saying? People there, just like they try to capitalize on it, but they don't want to give us the money. You know what I'm saying? Now they want to make that name change. All that other cool stuff. Listen, what I'm saying is, man, is look, these motherfuckers around here, Scrub and Grinders. It's all a plan. But we got a plan. Man, what y'all think, man? Underground Railroad was done just to be done? Nah. They put us on game a long time ago to put us on game, but we don't ever want to follow none of that stuff. We gotta come together, man. That's why I be telling Grinder. That's why I be telling True Viking and all this other stuff, man. I don't pay none of this stuff. Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna be quick to stick this inside me to see what happens. Oh, but Biden a hero. Biden a hero, right?
But
He
I
ain't
ain't
no
no
mother.
doggone hero.
He ain't
Even
no
even
hero.
even even, even Republicans ain't no doggone hero. Oh,
Different things on the same snake.
exactly. Get out of here. Only different thing is different party. That's all it is. Name of the party. That's it. You got people still sleeping in cars and all that, losing they funds to feed their fam and all like this. And you, man, this, and you wanna, nah, man. It was when I was reading, it was a white woman. She said, "Won't you take care of America? No other country ain't taking care of us, but we gotta get aid to them." And I understand about the little kids. I get what you're saying, brother Paula. I get it, but like we don't suffer. Come on, man. And they gonna get added resources right now. Yeah, let's
That's crazy, True Viking.
can't even get, man.
Yeah, I'm about to hop on out of here. You know, good
Don't
talking to
leave
y'all.
me. But why you leave me, Scream? Why you leave me? I just mess with you, know. Yeah, man. But it's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. I might do a lot later on. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I was listening to you live earlier. I was certainly listening to you live earlier, JT.
Yeah,
Some real
man.
stuff you was talking about.
Man, I'm trying to switch it up. Yeah, man. People don't understand, man. Like, stop saying that I'm gonna be there for somebody. You're not, man. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot to be there with a person. It doesn't a lot to just call them up. It doesn't a lot you take care of their email down and give them a call sometimes. Send them an email. You all right?
Right.
You know, it's nothing. It's not hard. But people will say, "I'm busy." I'm not saying people cannot be busy, but come on. Sometimes 2 or 3 minutes can save a person's life, man.
That's a fact.
Even less than that. Like people say, "Oh, look at you." I said, "I live by myself. Ain't nobody fit for me. I got fit for myself." So that means I got to be conscious of what I do. I got to be conscious of my health. Any pain, I got to make sure I knock that out right then and there. Who's gonna come and pick me up?
Exactly.
Then people don't get that. Oh, you a man. You can do it, man. You a man. You know. So we robots, huh? We robots. I don't
That's
get to think, huh? Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's what they make you think. Like that's
Yeah.
how they want us to move. Like we could just go on forever. And we ain't gonna feel nothing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I go out there as a black man. I got shit. It's bad enough that some of my people want to hurt us and everything, but I got to watch the system. Oh, okay. Like you can't even take out garbage. You gotta watch mail. Oh, shit, man. Can't even check the mail. I said, oh shit. I hope I can get in the house safely. It's some real shit, man. You can't even walk down to the China mine to get you some Chinese food.
Yeah, you can't even go to Chinatown. Yeah, that's
And
right.
you can't even get a hero. My brother, he knows what I'm talking about. You can't get a
Mm-hmm.
hero.
What, the Dollar Hero? Yeah, the Dollar Heroes. Yeah, come on.
Oh, dollar heroes, man. Ain't no dollar in New York. So
Oh,
pay.
but they used to be $1 though, right?
maybe in 60s.
You're right.
I thought it was like
When
in
I
the
was a baby, I was born 66, maybe back then. But I remember I paid for him was 250.
right. Okay,
You know,
yeah.
but they used to have deals. My brother know what I'm talking about. But they used to have deals like if you get like a two like a 20-ounce soda and some chips and so you get
Mm-hmm.
$5. Sometimes they had
It's
deals.
a sandwich. It's a
Huh?
sandwich. It's a sandwich, right?
Sandwich, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they
They still
I
pay,
know
man. Yeah.
the aunt JT said that they was like $1 way back when. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to call
Yeah.
him a dollar hero. You know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of knew. I'm like a hero. I was like, what the hell is this, man? I was like, you talking about a sandwich? But yeah, you said you're right. They will come and get you anywhere, anytime. Yeah, they will. I think JT, you said that
What?
they'll come and get you anytime, anywhere.
Hmm.
So,
I,
yeah,
I, I can tell you what they're like now. If you get a sandwich on the road back in the days, that used to be 150 with lettuce and tomatoes.
uh, True Viking. Listen, they don't care if y'all getting it in, man. They gonna snatch you up out of each other before one of y'all, before y'all hit that, get that spot and climax or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They both they both work the same place. People just try to trick our mind. They think it's different. We pick one better, but they have educated races. They got they got dressed up races. They got legal races. They got uh, they got smile in your face races. They got blatant to the point, don't give a fuck races. They got people that try to do everything that they can behind your back type of races. They got people that's gonna come in your house and try to destroy and be snake circuit races, corporate races, political races. You know what I'm saying? Like it's at every place. You know what I'm saying? It still exists. Ain't went nowhere. Military races, government, federal, state races. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
It ain't going nowhere. Educated, you got racism in schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I
it's
think-
not the white people. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, we got people in our own community as racist. Racist against their own kind. Tim Scott, Larry Elder, Candace Owens.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Motherfucking
yeah. We gotta get them out. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But these are the same ones that, yeah, we need to welcome in. Yo, this is America.
yeah.
Okay. So what you pay they building? But nah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's
So
just sick, man. It's all just sick, man. Can't even get
that's
can't even get a can't give it can't even get a dime. And some odd people, some odd people still turn against us. Man. Still want to go with their policy that hurt us. Man. As long as they get them they little pennies, they don't care. They don't care.
no, they don't.
Nope.
See, but see, we got to change the perception. See, they don't like it when you be like, oh, you tell the school, nah, I don't want my kid to eat that food. Nah, that's all right. We gonna do it. We gonna do homework over here too. Yeah, we'll do your little homework or whatever. But now I'm gonna teach my kid. I'm gonna teach my kid survival skills. I'm gonna teach my kid the value of $1 if it really is, and because the value of the dollar is in your mind, really. Now I'm gonna teach my kids to invest not only in their health but also in themselves to keep the generation going, and we're gonna keep everything in our circle. They hate it when you go left. back in the days, I used to try to go there, but my mom she wouldn't like it. But she said to play the you know go ahead do what you got to do. I understand what you're doing, but they want you they want to keep you programmed. They want to keep us programmed, JT and Scrub. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if we don't sit up here and we don't talk about this type of stuff, right? That's what they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to shadow ban us. They're gonna try to. Well, oh
Yeah,
no, we
that's what I'm
we don't.
saying. And I talk about Shadow Ban on my channel like about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Go check it out. And
Yeah, we
they
don't.
do. They Shadow Ban us right now.
We, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want these guys doing it. But guess what, JT? Guess what, Scrub? No, we're gonna get it out regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of us. You want to talk about the LGBT. You want to talk about the African American community and stuff like that. But guess what? You swagger jacking, as they call it on the East Coast, from us. You taking from us.
And these are the same people that put the nose up at the ones that helped that build this country.
Mm.
They put their nose up that people look like us. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And we need to discuss about that. They are reaping the benefits from us and they stick their nose up. And that part I'm tired.
You right.
They don't want to know. They want to say, oh, you complain too much. You complain. You can get the same opportunities you do. Well, so how do you got your opportunity?
Who told you to ask all that now?
Huh?
You know, once you start asking all that, then they really got a problem.
Right. If I could do it, y'all could do it too. So I would tell them I want to know how many times I want to know how many knee pads you have. How many times you suck up. They don't want to answer that. They don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop out. Salute, guys. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you having me on as usual, Polo. Everyone, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe.
Oh snap!
And I'm out.
Hey.
Later, JT. Later, Polo.
Don't leave me now. Let me stop. a slow one now.
All right, y'all. We'll go ahead and shut it down. Grinder, I appreciate you pulling up. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie number one grinder.
Yeah.
Also underrated doctor. True Rankin, appreciate you pulling up and
Yeah.
holding it down, Louis Sports Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the homie Louis Sports Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Scrub Zero too. Scrub Zero got a channel too. Make sure you go subscribe to him and the brother True the King TV.
Make sure you go subscribe to him. Mike, I appreciate you pulling up. Appreciate everybody in the chat pulling up, showing you love. Like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the notifications so that you will be notified, man. Total Sports Talking ENT. Y'all already know, man. LGBT all day, basketball and boxing.
All right. Chris.